Assets, liability. What is the difference? Oftentimes, a lot of people invest in liability thinking they are investing in assets. Let's take, for instance, a young man who makes money and decides to invest in land, buys land in his choice location, and then after some time decides to go ahead to develop the land, builds a huge mansion for himself, a place he's going to call a home. And then another young man who makes money decides to build an investment portfolio by buying land in different locations over time. And then after some time, he decides to sell one or two of the land that he already has and then uses the money to build on one of his land and builds a home, a mansion for himself on one of his land. Remember, he still has other lands in different locations. Now, between these two young men, which of them do you think made a better investment? That home you are living in, that mansion you are living in, is a liability, it's not an asset. I know you argue with me on that, right? But let's take it this way. An asset is something that generates money for you, that brings money into your pockets, while a liability is something that takes away money from you, something that takes away money from your pockets. Now, the house you're living in, so long as you are living in that house alone, it's taking away money from you. You're bringing out money to pay, to run your bills, to pay for bills, to run your daily expenses, right? It's not generating money for you. It's different from when you build a house and you put it up for rent. Rent. There is generating rental income for you. That is different. But I'm talking about the home where you are living. This is not to say that building a house for yourself is wrong. No. But the whole gist is, before you build that home, do you have other assets that generates money for you? It might not be generating immediate money for you, but it is somewhere appreciating, making money for you. The whole gist, the whole idea is to invest in an income generating asset rather than invest in liability that looks like assets. Not all assets brings in money for you. Some assets takes more money away from you than they generate for you. These are liabilities, not assets. A very good example: a car you buy 5 million naira today and a plot of land you buy 5 million naira today, give it 5 years, the result will tell. It will tell you which one is a better asset than the other. That car, obviously, if you calculate the money it has taken away from you over the years, you agree with me that it is a pure liability. And then the value of that car in the next 5 years will be nothing compared to the value of that land you bought for the same amount over the same period of time. Why am I saying this? This is Christmas. We are gradually coming to the end of the year. That time of the year when people are usually carried away with so much spending on things that do not really count. But I want to let you know that this period especially, I need you to focus more on investing in assets than investing in liability. The greatest loss of all time are those from missed opportunities. Yes, I understand that sometimes we want to play it safe, but sometimes that usually comes at an extra cost. Now is that time of the year that people are usually carried away with a lot of spending. And yet, now is also that time of the year when you can buy some properties at a very discounted rate. You can take advantage. So many companies, a lot of properties are currently available on pre-launch offers and on promo discounts, which you can actually own with flexibility. You might not pay the whole thing at once. You can start with an initial deposit and then spread your balance over time. But some people would rather spend the money on liabilities, spend the money on things they feel they need for celebration just to impress people. Playing it safe most times comes at an extra cost because it brings about loss of time during which these properties must have grown in value, now making you to lose more capital in buying them because you're buying it at an extra cost. The cost you're supposed to use to invest in other properties, you're using it to pay for other ones. Because at that point, you'll be buying from sophisticated investors Investors that are risk takers, that do not, yes, they want to play it safe, but they also understand what it means to be an investor. Now, this is that time of the year when you can take advantage of several amazing opportunities we have currently available, like the Thelux Garden Estate that is currently available for 2.5 million naira and comes with free documentation. Yes, this estate is located at Ninth Mile. It shares common boundary with the popular Lion Business Park located at Ninth Mile. Lion Business Park is the only free trade zone in the southeast. And then we also have our Divine Acres Estate, which is also located in one of the fastest developing locations at Ugwuogo Nike, Enugu State, Nigeria, where we have some amazing developments taking place or coming up in that location. The Divine Acres Estate is currently available for 3.5 million naira for the phase 1 and 2.5 million naira for the phase 2. All these are pre-launch offers. And then we have the Destiny Layout Annex, which is available for 1.5 million naira. All these are properties you can own without breaking the bank right now in Enugu State, Nigeria. They have flexible payment plan. This is for Enugu. We also have similar ranges of properties across Anambra, Delta, Imo, Lagos, Abuja, Ogun, and Ondo State. All these are better assets to invest in rather than liability. Remember, at the end, what counts most is not how much money you have in your bank account. It is how much assets you have that counts. And then how long these assets are able to work for you when you can no longer work for yourself. This is what matters. And this is the essence of investment. Investing in assets, income generating assets, not on liability that looks like assets. So while spending this Christmas, make sure you spend wisely. Spend more on assets than on liability. I am not saying you shouldn't enjoy yourself. I am not saying you should not do dirty Christmas or dirty December. I am not saying you should not drive your car. I know there's this temptation that usually comes with overspending during Christmas period. Please, please try not to be a victim of this. So if you're interested in taking advantage of any of these properties across different locations, this property I just mentioned, be it the Thelux Garden Estate selling for 2.5 million naira, located at Ninth Mile, or Divine Acres Estate 102 selling for 3.5 and 2.5 million naira respectively, located at Ugwuogo Nike, Destiny Layout Estate located at Agbogazi Nike. Or do you like it in Anambra, in Oka to be precise? We have Genesis City Estate currently selling for 8.5 million naira with free documentation at the moment. Or you are interested in Asaba, where we have luxury estate selling for 7 million naira located at Ibuzo along Asaba Ibuzo Expressway. Or do you want it in Lagos? We have several amazing properties here in Lagos that you can buy without breaking the bank. Or do you want it in Abuja? So we have some of our properties on 10% discount, 25% discount, free documentation promo, and all that across several states: Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, Anambra, Delta, Imo, Ogun, and Oyo State. So if you're interested in any of these locations, just kindly reach out to me. Let's talk about your budget and I'll get you something very, very beautiful rather than spending your money on liability. Let me help you save it in assets this year. And I'm sure you'll be glad you did that. That will be one of the best decisions you will be taking or you make for yourself this year, 2023. End the year with assets, not with liability. If you're coming across my video for the first time, my name is Tonia from Pacific Dream Realty. And here on this channel, I bring you real estate investment tips, updates, information that will help you make an informed decision whenever you're making your real estate investment decisions. All right. So if this is what you're interested in, then you need to click on the subscription button and turn on your notification bell so you always be among the first to be notified each time I drop a new video. All right. Thank you for watching this video and see you in my next video. Bye.